Today's topic is the importance of creating a mindful practice and learning to live more mindfully. I think we would all agree that as Americans, we live a very hurried life. But today's children are also living a very hurried life. And at each level in our life, we have certain amount of stress that is normal. That is normal part of growing up at that stage in life. And as adults, we have to carry more stress than children. However, the scale tipped a little bit and our children are carrying a lot of stress. And with technology so immersed in their lives, it is so very important that we teach them how to start to build a mindful practice. And all mindfulness means is the ability to be present and engaged in what you're doing. And when I think back to my childhood and when I started my mindful practice, which was about 10 years ago, it really did remind me of my childhood. And it is often referred to as a childlike mind, meaning you're in that moment and nothing from the outside is getting in. And the more we practice some of these skills, the better we can be engaged. And for today's children, I fully support any school that is pushing this in as part of the curriculum because it is so very needed. The level of stress is too high for our children, and we have to teach them to live in the present moment. Here, right now. That's all we can handle. We don't need to go too far ahead. So I'm going to do an exercise with you, which is just a simple listening meditation. And I want you to feel what happens inside your body when you take time to reboot yourself and rewire yourself when you're too harried or you're too overwhelmed or you have a lot on your plate and you just need to reboot yourself, then go back at it. So I'd like everyone to sit up nice and tall and put your hands on your lap. This is called a dignified position. Not stiff like a robot, not relaxing like you're playing Xbox, just comfortable. Think in your mind, I feel proud of who I am. And at the count of 3, all I want you to do is simply close your eyes. 1, 2, 3. All I want you to do is listen to the sounds around you. If your mind starts to wander, that's what minds do. That's why this practice is so very beneficial. Just quietly remind yourself in your own mind, I'm just listening. It is normal and natural for your mind to wander. We want to think of it like strengthening a muscle. I'm just listening. Now I want you to listen to the sounds maybe in and around the room you're in or outside wherever you are. And in a moment, you're going to hear the sound of a bell. You're going to hear it ring 2 times. I want you to listen to the sound from the moment you hear it to the moment it ends after the second bell. Try to follow the sound for the amount of time that you hear the sound. Gently open your eyes. We just did about a 1 minute listening meditation. And I want you to realize that our senses, especially with devices, are being ambushed. And we want to make sure that we are using them and not being distracted by them, and that we learn to be present and engaged in the moment. So that if we're on our device and someone is coming by, we don't hear them, or we're not aware of our surroundings because we're completely consumed with this device. So that 1 minute exercise is just a simple thing to help you reboot yourself. Let's say you as an adult are scrolling through social media and it's not making you feel good. Stop what you're doing, listen for 1 minute, reboot yourself, and say, I'm coming back to this present moment. I highly recommend 2 apps, Headspace and Calm, if you want to learn more about mindfulness and how it can help you through your life. If this was helpful to you, please share.